2311 in the closing lap, the tri-oval, knocking both of their cars, the 45 and the 23 of Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace, out. So we've seen this happen at other races this season.
Yeah.
You know, they're running well, but for whatever reason, they don't finish, and they have this kind of a cloud hanging over them. So at what point does 2311 hit the panic button, and maybe have they already hit it?
They probably have already hit it, Kim. And I feel like the way this race ended, I mean, that they were such a factor throughout, and that you know, Bubba Wallace certainly seemed like he was going to be a contender all the way to the final lap. But then to have the final lap unfold the way it does, and then have not just Bubba Wallace but Kurt Busch both be involved in that final lap accident. Now you've got two damaged cars in addition to damaged morale from, hey, this is the race we had circled on our calendar, certainly for Bubba being the defending winner at Talladega. So, yeah, I think panic button is probably right there in reach for Denny Hamlin.
Look. It's not panic. It's not panic time. This is professional sports. There's always pressure, right? So I'm not gonna say it's panic time, but if you think that those guys and girls over there at 2311 don't want to win again and win like right now, you're crazy. So they've shown speed. It's not like they haven't been fast with both cars. I think their days are coming. You just got to keep kind of pounding your head against that wall, and eventually it cracks, and you're like, okay, we see the light again, and it starts flipping that around a little bit. But they gotta finish, right? They've been running well, making the right calls on pit road. They got to finish the races with all four tires rolling in the right direction.
If you're 2311, are you discouraged by what Trackhouse is able to do, or are you encouraged?
Great point. I would be a little discouraged by it. I mean, I feel like it's probably a motivator for the team to some extent. And maybe you can look at it and say Trackhouse is way less of a startup because they had all the infrastructure from Chip Ganassi Racing, but I'm sure they measure themselves against Trackhouse as being a quasi-startup organization, and they're pretty far behind where Trackhouse is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those situations where they look at them as direct competition. Like, oh, we came in at the same time, but the way that the teams were built were different. Like, Trackhouse was specifically built for this car. Now, 2311 was too, but they were fine showing a lot of speed with the other car and with Gibbs. And you got to look at the alliances, and RCR did a lot of testing with the new car, so that also matters. And Toyota as a whole hasn't been stellar, so I wouldn't really be like, oh, 2311, they're struggling. I'd be like, that whole kind of camp is a little bit behind.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more clips, highlights, and full-length episodes. Also, check out NASCAR.com to stay up to date with all the latest news.